You're lying. And I'll be honest with you, if he had runway and he didn't have to worry about decelerating before he hits the wall, I feel like he could have done even better.
Record, man.
3/4 sprint, man.
Come on, man.
Congrats, player.
I'm the fastest in the league, man.
I think he's an athletic freak that needs to be put in positions to reach his full potential. His willpower helped him get through some of his weaknesses. Technique needs to be a little better, but that comes with time, man. Experience, you know.
Hey, KD calling you an athletic freak is fucking crazy, by the way.
All right, now we're working on the skills, man.
Yes,
In this league, you got to know how to shoot the basketball, bro.
The showdown with KD is coming. This will be Speed's last chance to get any more advice from his future opponent.
Same focus. There it is. Take your time, though, bro. You don't got to rush.
Hopefully, all the tips and training are ingrained in Speed's mind and body.
Hoop after doing all that.
He's about to square off with one of the purest shooters in the history of the NBA.
So we're going NBA threes, first to 5. One after the other. I go first. You follow me.
NBA threes?
NBA threes.
Damn, okay.
First to 5.
All right, man.
I make one, you miss, you in trouble.
KD.
Speed got himself into
There's no way he beats you in a shooting drill,
Now it's time to fight his way out. Because when
That's
the
your bread and butter,
knocks,
buddy.
it's a call you
You're
cannot
Mr.
ignore.
Settle for a 3,
Let the
man.
shootout begin.
You pick the spot, my brother.
I picked the spot. I like right here.
All right.
Cash.
Can't get down big to me.
I got you.
Cash. Way to respond. Why they let KD shoot first? Oh, and now.
Come on, KD. I'm in your head.
You got 4 more makes. Oh, good shot, boy.
Speed has a funny form, but
Come on, baby.
it's money though. Cash.
That's 2. Oh, damn. Oh. That pressure on. He looking for a pass now. He need
Catch and
assistance.
shoot, demon. Come on.
Come on, baby. I'm in there.
Wait, he's making it close.
Listen.
Hey, Baxing up for 20 years, brother.
Let's go.
Oh my God.
Hey, KD, it's 4-4.
KD miss. KD
It's
miss.
tied up right
KD
now.
miss. KD miss. Fuck!
It's simple. Speed misses, game over. Speed scores, we go one more round.
Clutch your kick.
No
Clutch your
pressure.
kick. Clutch your kick. Clutch your kick. Shut the fuck up! He shot 5 for 6 from NBA 3 after that long ass workout
Let's go, baby.
against KD.
Come on, boy.
Miss. KD can't miss.
Bar didn't work neither.
Fuck.
Damn.
It's now or never.
It's because why they keep letting
He
KD
put
shoot
everything
first,
Lethal
man?
Shooter taught him into this one shot. Anything is possible.
Focus. Be calm.
That's a man. I can tell by the slow mo, bro.
Oh, man. That was a nice effort, though.
Let's be honest.
Hey, basketball niggas know how
None of you
impressive
thought
what he
Speed
just
would
did
come
is,
that
game.
close. That's
Against
pretty
Kevin Durant,
astonishing,
by the way.
seeing as how many players
Wow.
in the NBA wouldn't make it that far.
So, you know, hoop more than just agility drills and shooting drills. You got to, you know what I mean, be on a team, play with one another, have some continuity. You
That's
know what I
right.
mean? So we're going to be on the same team playing tools.
Me and you.
I got 2 of my young boys from St. John's University.
Zuby Ejiofor and
Say
Bryce
goodbye.
Hopkins
They
are
look
2
massive.
all-conference players who played for the legendary Rick Pitino.
Bro.
Damn, they look a little too tall.
What you mean, 2 tall?
Speed and KD will have their work cut out for them, as both players are projected to be in the NBA next season.
Fall.
How tall are you? That's not average height.
That's a point guard where I'm at.
The bigger they are, the harder they
Nowadays,
fall.
point guards are 6'10".
The 2-on-2 match is simple.
Back in my day, it was
the
just
college kids
MCW.
versus the future Hall
You know,
of
back
Famer
in those
and
days, it was
Speed.
just Magic
All
Johnson.
made baskets are worth 1 point. And the first to 6 points is our winner.
Oh,
That's it. That's your spot. It's okay.
gotta guard up, brother.
Come on.
Close out. No.
Stay on your
Got
feet, you
paid
cookie.
crazy. And he fouled.
KD, what you doing?
You let him
You're not
drive.
playing
Blame
defense.
You let him
KD.
drive, though.
No, I didn't, bro. I
That's
saw
a
him.
chain reaction, bro. Once he
Oh,
get
you
to
gotta
me,
play
I gotta
defense.
help you.
KD, play defense.
I had to
bro.
help you.
Come on, I'm giving 100%. You giving
No,
50,
you're not, brother.
man.
That's bad technique on the pump fake.
Man up.
Still.
You got caught so crazy on that pump
I gotta see
fake.
that. I gotta see that. Oh, yeah. He didn't want to shoot it.
Don't jump anymore, gang. Put a hand up. No contest. Yeah.
You're looking like the weak link right now, bruh. Do something.
They some big ass kids. I'm 5'10", they 6'8", 6'7".
That is a good defense.
They
right
too
there.
damn big. I didn't know he could shoot. I thought he was a center.
Thought he was a center. He's 6'7".
Come on, KD. Oh,
Here we go.
There we go. Just pass the KD, bro. Don't shoot any more jump shots,
oh,
Speed.
I got you.
Here.
Come on. Like, me and KD didn't have no chemistry.
KD,
I give him the ball.
drive the
He
fucking
missing.
ball, KD.
Team chemistry is one of the most important things in sports. If you don't have it, you have a problem.
Come on, KD, you gotta make those.
You're not being a good teammate right now.
Please pass. Oh,
I don't want it now. I don't want it now.
I'm not gonna lie, chat. When I'm at the rec and I see a nigga fumble his dribble like this, say goodbye. Hey, the way I'm about to reach in for the rest of this possession, bro, you're gonna be mad. You're gonna be so upset with how you get treated for the rest of it, bro. Because it's like as soon as you fumble your dribble, I know you're in your head now. You're officially in your head, bro. Be prepared for the reach in.
I don't want it now. I don't want
I'm
it now. You're
spamming
the ball
square,
all up
nigga.
through it the whole time.
Why are y'all
gotta
shooting,
work.
man? KD, drive the
Better
fucking
system
ball,
than Jimmy,
bro.
But his ball skills, Paul's need a lot of work. No, that's you. You on the island by yourself. I got to shoot him. Oh my
That's
God,
it, Dad. Oh my God. I'm dead.
bro, you gave him 3 points.
I'm playing
You
defense.
done gave him 3 points. Switch.
Switch.
I think KD just doesn't want to get injured, so he's just going up for whatever. Good defense.
Not even the sharpest sports gambler would have bet on Kevin Durant and the man who just broke an NBA Combine record to be down 4-0. But here we are.
You want to step up?
Oh, yeah, shoot that. You missed.
Now KD is even in shock. Or is his patience simply wearing
Bro
thin?
has Nike
You gonna play
trainers
some
on.
D?
He's not trying.
Maybe a bit of both.
Oh, that's great DK. That's great DK. I ain't touch him. Hell no. Oh, no.
There you go. Good
Lay up.
drive.
Oh my God.
I got scared.
It was fun playing with y'all, man. Y'all have a good time.
Oh, we gotta at least get one in.
I
We gotta
can't.
get one.
That layup, I just can't do it.
We gotta at least get one made, KD.
Next show, I got you,
One shot, bro.
fellas.
What does that mean?
When
What
I
does that
got a
mean for the
better teammate,
verdict?
I'm on y'all line.
Come on, bro. We gotta get one shot in.
All right. Well, he thought he could be pro today. What do you think?
Not today. Not today. Maybe this time, 2049, maybe. Not today.
It looks like tonight's highlight reel is just a reminder that even the biggest dreams need a bit more work.
They shouldn't have brought KD, all right? KD was the wrong nigga to bring, bro. All right? KD was the wrong nigga to bring. They should have brought Joel Embiid, bro. They should have brought, like, John Morant, maybe. You know? This nigga KD quit mid-game, packed up his bags, and skedaddled because the nigga tried to throw an alley-oop or some shit. I don't know what he was doing, I'll be honest.
Maybe a little more height.
I feel like I'm athletic, ready for the NBA, but God didn't bless me with height.
It turns out the NBA might have just been a little out of reach after all. But if there's one thing this journey has shown, it's that true champions are those who keep pushing forward.
I'll say, I think that the main thing Speed has working against him is his height. It just genuinely does not matter when you're in basketball when you're 5'10", you either have to be the greatest defender in general and such an elite offensive threat that you're irreplaceable. Like how Isaiah Thomas was when he was on the Celtics. Huge defensive liability, right? And even Curry's 6'3", defensive liability for most part of his career. He had ankle issues a lot. But he's just so offensively elite, you have to keep him in. Without that, at that height, good luck. There's just no way. You just don't have the wingspan or the length to properly close out and defend most of these guys in the NBA nowadays. So, like, this one's just a tough one, bro, naturally. Because basketball is so height-focused. It's so height-focused. You're 5'10", and your odds are in the gutter. You have to be basically over 6'4".
No matter how steep the climb.
No matter how athletic.
Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. But it will always be speed
Tyrese
goes
Maxey
pro.
ain't that short.
On
There's
to
a
the
few
next
examples of like super short athletes, but they have a really good reason they stay in the league though, usually. And they can't afford to have bad years,
Can you
bro, because
dunk
they
yet?
just get written off
Say
right
it
away.
again, can I dunk? Let's see.
Oh, almost dunks. I think Fresh likes him. He can dunk.
You're not dunking nothing like that, though.
Like that? Why?
Nate Robinson. Yeah, Nate Robinson's a good example. Spud Webb. There's a lot of good examples, you know. I think as time goes on, though, the league is getting longer and taller. So there's going to be less and less examples of that Spud Webb, Nate Robinson archetype. That's a good vid, though. This is going to be a certified banger. How an FBI agent infiltrated the KKK.
If there's any snitches in the group, we kill the snitches and they fire shots out of a gun. Boom, boom, and everybody's kind of getting scared.
April 21, 2017. A group of men stand in a remote field in the middle of Alabama.
It was nighttime, and I am blindfolded. I've been instructed to
2025 is so crazy. Our animations are made by humans. The fact that they even have to say that.
place my right hand on the right shoulder of the person in front of me in line, because that signifies brotherhood.
The Brotherhood is the Ku Klux Klan, the United States' oldest, most notorious white supremacist hate group. This is one of their ceremonies. What they don't know, one of them is an FBI undercover agent, and he's no lightweight, 6'4", 260 pounds, covered in tattoos. His nickname, Hillbilly Donnie Brasco.
Of course it is.
He's gone undercover as a contract killer, a contraband smuggler, an arms dealer. He's put dozens of people behind bars, from drug dealers to violent motorcycle gangs to pedophiles. He's befriended and brought down biker gangs and neo-Nazis, people who are planning kidnappings, murders, and the overall downfall of society.
And when he was saying we're going on a camping trip, what he was saying is we're going to kill somebody. And everybody's screaming, death to your, F your Jewish God, death to America. And then somebody says, if there's any...
Hold on. This is going to sound like a dumb question. Alana, David Arisa, they wear black hoods too?
snitches in the group, we kill the snitches and they fire shots out of a gun. Boom, boom.
We drove all the way over to his ranch in Tennessee, and he told us everything. This is the story of Scott Payne, the redneck turned FBI agent who infiltrated America's underbelly.
That's the higher-ups. Oh, that's weird. They hate black people, but they give the leader the black one. It's interesting. I'm coming into this video with a lot of stereotypes.
Find the links in the description.
What I saw was a watery
I'm gonna
image.
remove them all from my brain
it
right
was
now.
Completely red, and there was a demon looking at me in that watery kind of ripple image with a grin and long crooked finger looking at me saying, "Come here," smiling.
Scott is 14 years old, and he's just seen a demon. The year before, his parents divorced, and Scott went down a dark path, consulting spirits, watching diabolical horror movies, satanic rituals, deals with the devil. That's what brought him here, a friend's house, spending the night. They've had a small amount of alcohol, but no drugs, no hallucinogens.
I would do like these little vignettes where I would pretend I was being possessed by a demon or I was the devil or whatever. I was on the couch and I was doing this scene from a movie where somebody is like being possessed by a demon. And so I'm fighting in my voice, and then the demon voice comes in and there's this battle. And at the end, the demon wins and possesses the person. So that's what I act like happened. And I'm laughing like the demon, and I rolled over.
It all started as a mock demonic possession, but then he actually saw a demonic figure. And this was his breaking point.
So let's just say...
So you mean to tell me that? You mean to tell me this dumbass was role playing like it was demons around, and then he nigga was playing with all type of Ouija boards and shit, thinking he wasn't gonna summon some shit? That's what he thought? Okay, alright, roger that.
After the demon scare, I got Jesus scared back into me, and that was it. Not that the devil was done with me, but I was done with him.
Halloween night 2019. This is Scott on his final major undercover mission. And this is a goat. This is Scott on his final major undercover mission. And this is a goat. It was stolen and is now at the center of a pagan ritual. It's been nearly 35 years since Scott's first encounter with the devil, but on this night the devil is all around him, and he's definitely not done with Scott.
Now we're all in a circle around the goat. Somehow I ended up at the back of it. I don't know how. It's bad luck on my part, I guess, but I'm holding the legs of the goat. He's got this blade and he's bringing it up and bringing it down in a practice swing, practice swing, practice swing. And finally somebody says, just do it. Eisen comes down with every bit of force he's got and hits the back strap of the goat. And I don't even know if it broke a hair. I don't know if it's because the back strap's too thick, the blade was too dull, but he hit it and all you heard the goat was just go bah. And I'm
Bobo, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Bro, what? Bro, what, Bobo? Bobo, clap. Thank you for the 5.
like, oh man, this is gonna get bloody and bad real fast.
The man swings again. Again. Nothing. Finally, the blade is replaced with a gun.
I said, whoa, whoa, whoa. And he's like, what? I'm like, man, look at what you're shooting at. We're all in a circle around this thing. And then he looks, puts a round right in the head of the goat, and it hits the ground. So you think you're done? No, you're not done. Now they slide.
Hey, Bobo, appreciate you with another 5 gifted, nigga. W5, man. W5, my nigga. I appreciate you.
That's the throat of the goat, and they fill up a cup full of blood.
One of them pulls out a sheet of LSD. He approaches each man one by one.
Basically, they would take the hit of acid under their tongue, chase it with the blood of the goat to signify the sacrifice or solidify the sacrifice.
Scott is one of the few who decline.
So when it gets around to me at the end, I'm looking at the blood and it's already coagulated. It's all chunky and clotty, and I'm looking at it going, man, I really don't want to turn this up and drink it. I mean, this is disgusting. So I dipped my fingers deep into the blood, pulled them out, and then sucked all the blood off my fingers.
This is not the Ku Klux Klan. This group is younger, better equipped, and preparing for a bloodbath. And not only animal blood, but the blood of any human who isn't one of them. Jewish and Black Americans, and anyone they consider traitors to the white race. They're by far the most dangerous group Scott will ever infiltrate. Unfortunately for these tripping blood-drinking white supremacists, Scott Payne has other plans. It's exactly the kind of thing he spent the last 17 years working to prevent.
More dangerous than the
I became an
KKK?
FBI agent in 1998, and by 2002, I'd already done some undercovers for the FBI, but I wasn't yet certified through the FBI undercover school.
Bobo, appreciate the gift,
I finally
bro.
got a slot.
September 2002, Quantico, Virginia.
Of course it's in Virginia.
This is the FBI Academy. If you make it through the year-long application process, if you pass the physical and psychological assessments, the tests, the polygraphs, the interviews, the background checks, if you make it through all that, you end up here, in a 20-week training program. If you get through the 20 weeks, you become an FBI agent. Scott's been here before. Now he's back.
Yo, anybody watch Quantico?
About to start the training program for undercover agents.
The show?
Getting admission to the program is hard enough. Graduating is even harder. Only about half the admittees make it through.
It's a 2-week school with no days off. We're very big on sleep deprivation. You're going through multiple scenarios of all shapes and sizes. And there's only 20 slots for the class.
Others break down. They make missteps during the high-pressure scenarios. They grow delirious and erratic from the lack of sleep. But Scott thrives. The sleep
I'm not gonna lie, chat. 50% rate, not that bad, bro. I studied sport management, and less than 50% of niggas made it out my program. All right, and then not to draw any, say I'm just saying, like I kind of thought it was gonna be like 12% or some shit. You mean to tell me half of us that apply could make the FBI? Really? 50% not bad at all. That's actually mad generous, my nigga. I know I'm not tripping.
deprivation,
Bobo,
the
thank you for the
relentless
gift.
roleplay,
Layla, thank you for the gift.
the grueling exercise. If anything, he feeds on
You was
it.
one of the dropouts?
Meanwhile, he's learning from
Dean's
his
list
idols,
every year, nigga.
legendary FBI agents like Joe Pistone, who spent 6 years undercover with the Bono crime family.
Though. Damn, I'm a
But they don't
statistic.
always notice him.
So I remember Joe Pistone coming to speak, and I was like a kid in a candy store, man. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is Donnie Brasco. This dude did 6 years undercover in the mafia. And he's teaching, but he has this thing where he keeps kind of wanting to walk right up to the desk. So he kept stepping on my feet. And, I was trying to get out of his way. And then finally, as he's teaching, he just looks down at me and he says, Jesus, kid, either you got the biggest feet I've ever seen or I can't see. And he throws a couple of bucks on the desk because he's like still in mafia mode. He throws a couple, he goes, hey, go get yourself a shine on me. And I just took my feet and shoved them under the seat, man.
Joe Pistone may have scuffed up Scott's shoes.
That's fine.
What neither
That's
of them
for
could have known at the
a
time
word.
is that Scott would go on to fill Joe's. The FBI Academy trains agents to take down bad actors. More and more of these criminals operate online.
Eunice,
Scammers,
thank you for the
identity
5
thieves,
subs,
fraudsters, the list goes on.
loves, appreciate
Such
it.
criminals rely on your personal data, your name, your phone number, your email address. Sometimes
Scenarios and
I'm one of them niggas,
people
bro!
that are there
Stop
who
playing
are
with me,
senior
gang!
undercovers are watching
My
'cause they're
ad
trying
senses
to
were
recruit
fucking
for other
tingling.
cases. And that's how my name started getting out there.
So after months, there's finally a possible assignment, one that Scott is perfect for. Sure, he's a redneck with almost no foreign language skills, not suitable for many undercovers, but he has something most other agents don't. He doesn't need to pretend to be a hard-living misfit. He is one. He knows he'll feel at home where he's about to go,
Don't rage, baby,
but he has
bro.
no idea how close he'll grow to the criminals he's been assigned to infiltrate, and how hard it will be to turn on them.
People always have their own opinion of what undercover work is. Some people say it's acting, some people say it's lying. Essentially, this is the definition of undercover work. You are building relationships that you're going to betray.
Oh, fuck. Fuck. Fuck, man, that's dark. Operation
Scott is on a mission, and his targets, these men, have just arrived. They're members of the Outlaws Motorcycle Club, the main rivals of the Hells Angels. They've been implicated in drug trafficking, prostitution rings, money laundering, the list goes on. And they're notorious for violence against rival gangs. Infiltrating them is exceedingly difficult. Scott Payne is here to do just that. But there's a problem. Part of the intelligence Scott was given is wrong. He was told they wouldn't be wearing their colors. Obviously they are. Scott has hoped to strike up a casual conversation, letting the topic of motorcycles arise naturally. But these guys are advertising their gang affiliation. He can't just go up and say, "Hey, you guys ride." His only choice is to make them come to him. Luckily, another part of the intelligence is right. This guy, road named Spanky, loves to be the center of attention. So Scott steals it. He works the crowd. He tells jokes. He talks loudly. He draws attention to himself, making Spanky want to steal it back.
Spanky.
Soon enough, Spanky asks where Scott is from and sends him a drink.
Spanky's called me over.
Great, perfect.
He's introduced me to other people.
Backdoor, big 48.
And of course, I'm getting more scrutiny. The more people I meet, the more scrutinized I am.
Everything seems to be going well, but the real scrutiny happens somewhere else.
Oh, man,
So I walk into the bathroom, and as I'm at the urinal, in a lot of bars, there's like a little box in front of the urinal, plexiglass. It might be flyers for a band coming up or a stripper coming to town or something like that. So I can see a little bit of a reflection. And I see this jacked, big dude come walking in. And I see him looking at each stall, and he's like, okay, that's empty. I see him looking under the stalls to make sure nobody's in there. And I'm watching this from a reflection. And then he comes walking up right beside me, and for a split second, I thought, oh, I'm getting jumped. I'm getting jacked right here. And that didn't happen. He says, so what brings you to Massachusetts?
All undercover FBI agents have a legend.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie to you, criminals be having good one-liners, gang. As good people, we gotta step our game up. We can't let them have all the shine. That's not alright. That nigga just formed aura in a bathroom, bro. That's a good one-liner. Jack, yeah, white people, when they say jack, they mean like strong and like muscular. So, just for some other niggas in the chat, he don't mean like that.
A detailed made-up backstory that they have to commit to memory. He's from deep South Texas, up in Massachusetts for work. He loves Harleys and whiskey,
Your face,
and his name is Scott Calloway. As it so happens, the guy grilling him in the bathroom is also named Scott. Scott Town.
Jack doesn't rob.
A lot of undercovers, you bond with people, especially deep undercover long term, but there's never been another person I bonded with closer than Scott Town.
For a year and a half, Scott gets to know the Outlaws. He drinks with them, rides with them, fights alongside them. He gains their trust. He becomes their friend. They call him Tex. Scott's legend may be a lie, but the friendships are real. Scott Town becomes like a brother.
He likes to drink, I like to drink. He likes to fight, I like to fight. He likes to ride and lift, I like to ride and lift. We completed each other's sentences. We were just kind of cut from the same cloth.
They even both have a daughter who's the exact same age. Scott Town is kind of a doppelganger.
Gang.
The person Scott Payne might have become had he not gone into law enforcement. Another gang member, Brian De La Vaga, aka Clothesline, also becomes a close friend of Scott's.
Why you being mad
He said-
suspicious? Huh? What up, bro?
And these
Oh, yeah, shit. Hey, with that dick on it, man.
guys are my brothers, and I grew up around them. He said, but I really don't have that many friends. Somebody that I know would take a bullet for me, and that I would take a bullet for. And in my mind, I'm looking at his face, and I'm going, oh, no, man, don't say it. And he looks at me and says, you're one of those guys.
Tomorrow is the big day. Over the course of last year, Scott has convinced the Outlaws that he's a high-ranking member of an international theft ring. They begin running jobs together. It begins small, with insurance fraud and vehicle trafficking. An outlaw reports a motorcycle as stolen.
That's
He then
small?
files an insurance claim, while Scott sells the motorcycle across the border. A double win. Money from the insurance company, money from the sale. They do this again and again, with motorcycles and other vehicles. But tomorrow's job is different. Some of the outlaws will be serving as security during a major drug deal, a gig arranged by Scott himself. He's revealed that he has connections with a Mexican drug cartel. No surprise, considering his line of work and his proximity to the Mexican border. The stakes are high. If they get caught, they'll be looking at serious jail time. And if something goes wrong during the deal, the bullets will start flying. So when Scott is told to meet the outlaws at their clubhouse, he's not surprised. They probably want to go over the plan one last time. Scott arrives. The place is familiar. He's been here countless times. He knows what's behind every door in the building, except one. Clothesline leads him to that very door. Now he realizes that something is wrong. Scott is told to strip. They need to check him for a wire.
Because of the stress of this happening, I forget my middle name. I'm having an adrenaline dump. And for anybody who's ever had it, it can be any traumatic experience, but I'm having auditory exclusion. So what I hear sounds like I'm underwater. It's going whoosh, whoosh. So it's slow. I need you to take all your clothes off. It's slowing down. I'm getting time dilation in my eyes. Everything I see is in string grabs. Click, click, click. I can feel my heart beating through my entire body. My hamstrings get rubbery. Now, Clothesline has instructed me to take all my clothes off. Here's what I'll tell you. If I'm not wired, it's just an embarrassing moment. I'm naked in a small crawl space with two guys with pistols. Problem is, I'm wired to the hilt.
But they don't find anything. Scott's recording equipment is not taped to his chest, but in his clothing.
So my adrenaline starts settling.
Oh my
and I'm
God!
starting to come back to normal, and I think I'm done. And I get my pants back up. I don't know if I have my boots on yet or not. And then Clothesline grabs a piece of clothing.
GG's.
That I was wearing. And that piece of clothing has a recording device in it. And I'm watching him, and he starts grabbing the clothing, and he's going through it nice and slow with his fingers. And I don't realize I do it, but there's an audible sigh. You can hear me go, because I don't even know. I don't even know I'm doing it. And he looks right at it and misses it.
What?
And I live to fight another day. I live to fight another day.
Bro, what?
Two moving trucks enter the parking lot of the Brockton Holiday Inn. One is filled with drugs. The other is filled with money. A Mexican drug cartel is selling 40 kilograms of cocaine and 1,000 pounds of marijuana to Canadian buyers. The Mexicans aren't taking any risks. They've arranged an American security detail, the Outlaws. Surveillance at every entrance. 4 men in the parking lot there to provide protection, unload the drugs, and count the money. Everyone is armed and antsy. One false move and all hell could break loose. The deal is wrapped up quickly. The transfer is complete. All the money's there. The Outlaws are particularly relieved. They may be tough, but this is their first time working with a cartel.
Now they trust.
Now they'll get paid $15,000 for their services.
That's it?
Scott counts out the cash.
Okay, crime has to be more lucrative than that, bro. No shot they all just risked decades in prison for $15,000, bro. You have to understand how much is 30 years of your life in jail worth, bro? Especially at that age. That's the rest of your fucking life, my nigga. What are we talking about? They were doing all that for... I thought the number was going to be in the hundreds of thousands, my nigga. 15,000, you might as well keep doing insurance fraud. You can make 15,000 on some insurance claims, nigga. This the price back in the 90s. If I had 15K in 1995, how much would it be worth now? 31,000. Get the fuck out of here.
He did it. He successfully tricked them. The cartel? FBI
How you know?
agent.
One of my roommates was doing insurance fraud when I was in university. His ass got caught.
The Canadians? Also FBI agents. 8 months later, a hotel in Nevada. Scott's been laying low, coordinating his undercovers from afar. His outlaw friends think he's going through a divorce. In reality, he's been diagnosed as overassigned after experiencing a severe stress-related panic attack.
Damn, I like.
He's been ordered to take a 6-month timeout.
You can't do this job and not leave with severe PTSD, my nigga. I can't even imagine, like...
He's been teaching during this time. His current class, ironically enough, is called Undercover Stressors. All the students have gone to bed, but Scott's only just returned to his hotel room.
Snitched?
It's early 4 or 5 a.m. The drug deal back in November gave the FBI all the evidence necessary to arrest and imprison multiple outlaw members, but the operation has continued. Until today, the day of the takedown. Scott doesn't think he'll hear from any of them again, but then his phone rings. It's Scott Town, and he's concerned. He's heard some arrests were made, and he wanted his friend to know about it. He says he's going to take a shower and gather more information. He'll report back.
And the last words we spoke to each other were, he said, "I love you, brother." And I said, "I love you too." And that was the last words I spoke to him. And probably about 45 minutes after that, a SWAT team hit his house and he went to jail.
In the end, 15 outlaws were arrested as a result of Operation Roadkill. One of them was sentenced to 21 years in prison. Clothesline got 12 and a half years. Scott Town, 7. The outlaws never saw their friend Scott Calloway again.
Cause you gotta think, after like 10 years getting to know niggas, you gotta fuck with them. Like, they dead ass fuck with each other. Like, that's not even a KKK, you know? It's just a biker gang that wanna deal drugs and do some thug shit, you feel me? Like, and they were like this.
Ku Klux Klan emerged in the wake of the American Civil War. From the very beginning, they were racist to the core, raining terror and death on black Americans.
Hold on, wait. What?
From the very beginning, they were racist to the core, raining terror and death on black Americans. In the late 19th century, they flogged, tortured, and lynched politically active black men, raped their wives, shot their children, and burned their schools. Historians consider them to be America's first terrorist movement. Today, the KKK remains active, but only as a shadow of its former self. Fewer members, less influence. However, burning crosses is still one of their favorite things to do, and they've stayed true to their roots. Naturally, as a terrorist organization, they have to act in secrecy. You might assume that infiltrating them as an FBI agent is not the easiest feat.
No, I do think
So
it's
you may
easy.
ask yourself,
I do think it's easy because I just fucking saw a YouTuber infiltrated a month ago. I saw a YouTuber get in there. So if a YouTuber can do it, I sure fucking hope an FBI agent can.
contact the United Klans of America. Well, it turns out the group I was looking at had a hotline.
Yeah.
Scott starts talking to a guy named John Jack, a Klansman whose passion for Jack Daniels earned him this nickname. Scott tells him he's got the number from a group of bikers he met at a gas station. It's a plausible story. Scott looks the part, and his time with the outlaws taught him how to play it. Biker gangs and white supremacists often run in the same circles. Jack starts talking about this rally that's coming up. Vendors, burning crosses, country music, the usual. But there's a problem.
He said, "I'm not going to lie to you, Scott. I had a band lined up, but the singer just got locked up, and I really don't know what the hell I'm going to do about music." And I thought, this could be my end. And I said, "Did I happen to mention that I'm a musician and a singer?" I said, "Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll bring my acoustic and my PA system. When I get there, you can come meet me by the car. I'll strum a couple of tunes for you if you think I suck." And he's like, "Oh, hell, this is going to be great. It's going to be great."
Scott doesn't know that he just signed up for something far more sinister. April 21st, 2017.
Of course we're in Alabama.
It's the day of the Ku Klux Klan rally.
I got lost multiple times.
I just like saying that about everywhere we end up. I don't even know if Alabama is particularly racist, bro. All I know is South Georgia's brutal, bro.
Until I finally drove up on this empty, lot fenced in the middle of nowhere, but it wasn't hard to spot because the Nighthawks, which would be the Klan members in all black, who were the security force, are all standing at the gate with guns. And a lot of these people were felons.
Scott's ready for an interesting time.
Bet they are.
He's been to plenty of biker gatherings, and perhaps this will be similar. During his mission, Scott will be taught the KKK's constitution and bylaws, studying the Black Klansman Handbook, which he'll learn to refer to as the Kloran. He'll become familiar with the original mystic insignia of the Klansman. He'll learn this all in class with a K, so that he can pass the K-Uno test, a prerequisite to getting fitted for a robe. K-Uno stands for character, honor, duty. It's getting dark, and he's been invited to participate in a naturalization ceremony.
Sounds an awful lot.
He has
like
no
a
idea
game
what
I
this
like.
means, but all the newbies are doing it. He'd stick out if he didn't. And that's how he finds himself in the middle.
Never original, bro. These niggas couldn't come up with shit. Hey, man.
Of the field, blindfolded, holding the shoulder of the man in front of him, a gesture meant to signify brotherhood. They are told to raise their right hands and repeat an oath.
"I do swear from this moment forward."
And then they tell us to get down on our knees.
to fostering the welfare of the white race.
So I'm on my knees, blindfolded.
And further the work of America's greatest movement.
They take my blindfold off, and there's a Ku Klux Klan member in a green robe, and he has this sword, and he kind of knights me.
The United Klans of America.
And then we all hug, and there's like a little bit of a celebration, and I'm not sure what happened. And then it hits me as I'm walking to my truck. I'm like, I think I just joined the damn Klan. Yep, that's what that was. So I got naturalized in the Ku Klux Klan that night.
Scott's time at the KKK will end up being relatively short-lived. The case isn't really going anywhere. And there's another group coming into focus, a far more dangerous one.
In the FBI, we started encountering more violent type extremism, not the KKK types. We're talking advanced neo-Nazism. And it led me to an accelerationist group called The Base.
What the fuck?
The Base mission will provide to be far more extreme than anything Scott has ever seen.
The network of violent white supremacists.
An extremist group known as The Base.
Violent neo-Nazi terrorist
paramilitary group called The Base.
On August 11th, 2017, crowds of people marched through the campus of the University of Virginia in Charlottesville, chanting racist and anti-Semitic slogans. They were protesting the removal of a statue of Robert E. Lee, the famous Confederate general. The next day, they were met by counter-protesters, and things quickly turned violent. Then they turned deadly. A white supremacist drove his car into a crowd of counter-protesters, injuring 35 people and killing Heather Heyer. For some, the Unite the Right rally was a wake-up call, surprising proof that white supremacy persists in America. To others, it was a grim reminder, and frightening evidence that white supremacists were feeling emboldened enough to come out of the shadows. The first accelerationist group emerged in 2015.
Hey, I would like to say, damn, I can't say this. Yeah, for my own safety, I'm not going to say that.
Called themselves Atom Waffen Division. They'd been inspired by the writings of the neo-Nazi James Mason, whose book Siege had become a sort of Bible for accelerationists. The book denies the Holocaust and attacks homosexuals and Jewish people. It also calls for organized violence, specifically for the formation of terror cells prepared to wage war against the system. Initially regarded as fringe, or even cringe, accelerationism steadily gained traction. By 2021, roughly 90% of white nationalist groups identified as accelerationist. That same year, the US Director of National Intelligence identified racially motivated violent extremists as the most lethal domestic terrorism threat. More than other white supremacist ideologies, accelerationism insists on the importance of direct violent action, the kind of action taken by the people they call saints. Like St. Tarrant, for Brenton Tarrant, the Australian white supremacist who attacked 2 mosques in Christchurch, New Zealand. He killed 51 people. Or St. Roof, for Dylan Roof, who killed 9 people, all black, during a church service in Charleston, South Carolina. This is the kind of action accelerationists believe in, action that will further destabilize society, that might finally lead to societal chaos. They are explicit about this. Roof, for example, said he'd hoped to ignite a race war. Failing that, though, the purpose is to inspire more violence, which is exactly what such attacks have done. Scott Payne just signed up on Facebook. He's about to publish another racist post. His goal is...
First, it became popular to be a nigga. Now, it's popular to be a... Yo! He's really trying to fit in, gang. Wow! No, he's doing it so he can fit in, though. Like, it's some FBI shit, chat. But damn, no!
To get banned. But nothing happens. A fellow agent points out that he doesn't have any friends. He adds a few people and that does it. He's promptly kicked off. Okay, well done. Next up is Gab, a social networking site well known for its tolerant stance towards far-right users. He participates in forums of...
Bro said he's a little too good.
names like whites only. This will further elevate his credentials. On July 15th, 2019, he writes an email. I've been seeing your stuff and I'm definitely interested.
Imagine seeing some real hateful shit. Imagine you really feel like you're on some hateful shit. You post that shit on your Facebook and a nigga says, Fed. Like you really do hate black people and like niggas still don't believe you. Damn, it's a crazy time we live in, though. You can't trust anything, nigga.
Survival and self-defense. I like it. The next day, a ping.
Thanks for contacting the base. You can learn more about us on our official Gab account at the base. If you're interested in joining, please provide the following info to begin the vetting process.
The base is a white supremacist neo-Nazi group. They were just founded a year ago, and they are accelerationists through and through. Their plan entails assassinations, sabotage, and acts of terrorism. Their targets are black people, Jewish people, and anyone they consider traitors to the white race.
They want to do guerrilla warfare tactics, so it's murdering people and disappearing. It's poisoning a water system, taking down a power grid, derailing the train, anything that caused chaos.
What the fuck?
The idea is that after the collapse, the group's cells scattered across the world will form white ethno-states led by white supremacists.
Yo, Lily, thank you for taking the sauce, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, dude. Yeah, just a little history lesson for everybody back at home, man. Anytime a state gets destabilized to the point where there's a power vacuum, the strongest group wins. And if you think for a fucking second the government next door would not be the next most powerful group, you are fucking wrong, gang. You are fucking wrong. Whichever the closest, most powerful group is probably the one that takes over, bro. Realistically, that's how that shit go, Gingo.
This event, total societal collapse, has a special name. The Boogaloo.
Abdul, thank you for the resub.
Now, Scott is trying to join them. They ask for his name, White Warrior 88, and his age, 44.
I'm not gonna lie, even
Scott Payne is actually 48, but he knows most base members are between 18 and 25. He wants to seem as young as possible. Sex, race, location, military experience, fitness level, special training, and organization affiliations. Here, his past undercover experiences pay off. He mentions the Klan and biker gangs.
So here I am, approximately for a week or more.
Is that not crazy? He mentioned the biker club that's all in jail because of him? Nigga, if they just Google it, right? They can be like, hold on, no, why you the only nigga not? How come you're the only nigga not in jail right now, bro?
Emailing back and forth to somebody with a Proton email account. And they're asking me all kinds of questions about my ethnicity, what I can bring to the table, what is my history. And I laid out a story that I was a old biker, shocker, and a former skinhead from South Carolina.
As Scott would find out later, the owner of that email account was none other than the founder of the base himself. Online, he's known as Norman Spear and Roman Wolf. He's been on the public's radar since 2018, but his true identity is unknown. That is, unless you're in the FBI. Ronaldo Nazaro is 45, American, born in New Jersey. He'd worked as a contractor in Iraq for the Department of Justice. Now he's in Russia, but it's 2019. You can organize neo-Nazis into a network of accelerationist insurgents from just about anywhere. The email exchange continues for less than a week. Then, Scott is invited for a phone interview. It's supposed to take 30 minutes, but ends up lasting an hour. Now, both Scott and the base have a 24-hour grace period. After that, Scott will need to make the decision. Does he truly want to join?
I passed the test, and they bring me in. And they asked me, hey, where are you located? And I said, in East Tennessee. And they said the closest cell to you is in North Georgia.
That's where Scott will have to pass one final test.
It's on this. Appreciate you with the 5, get the subs. I thought North Georgia was good. Huh? They got cells? Thanks, I appreciate you, bro.
Vetting session. August 2, 2019, Rome, Georgia. To Scott, the men look more like boys.
Of course.
He knows that one of them is the leader of the base's Rome cell, but that's it. They tell him to step out of his truck. Scott isn't wearing a wire. He knows they'll check. But hidden in his truck is a tracking device, put there by his case team. As long as Scott is near his truck, his team will be able to find him.
I step out, shake hands or whatever, and he says, hey, I need you to put your phone in airplane mode. And I said, okay. He pulls out this wand thing that I'd never seen before. It looked like a Geiger counter. It had a big triangle card in it, lights all over it. He wands me, and I pass because I'm fine, I don't have anything. Then he starts wanding my truck. No big deal. until he starts going to the back driver's side of my truck, which is where the case team placed my tracker.
No.
That thing he's holding in his hand starts going crazy. The closer he gets to the back of the truck, it starts beeping, 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 beeping. I see colors going on it. I'm like, oh no, man, it's picking up the tracker.
Scott braces for a fight. He's alone. His team knows where he is, but they have no idea something is wrong. But he gets lucky. The other guy wonders if the device is picking up the power lines.
And he walks over and it goes crazy. And he's like, damn it, yeah, whatever he says. Yeah, it's the power lines. Hey, follow us to another location.
Dumbass!
Scott has to act fast. He has to get the tracker deactivated.
And I'm calling the case team and I'm like, hey, you need to shut that tracker off. And at first they're like, well, we can't shut it off. And I'm like, you have to shut it off. And they're like, well, if we shut it off, we're not sure. What if we can't get it back on and we lose you? I said, here's what I'm telling you. Whatever they have is picking up the tracker. If you don't shut it off, this is going to be a very fast undercover because it's going to be over as soon as we get to where we're going.
They arrive at an abandoned concrete plant.
And I'm thinking to myself, oh, this is great. How many movies have I seen where somebody's killed in an abandoned concrete plant? I hope they got the tracker off. They pull out the wand, they wand me, and I passed.
They gave him all that time to turn it off? FG, thank you for the resub.
Scott is in. By this point, Scott's been around the block. The Outlaws, the Ku Klux Klan. But nothing could prepare him for what comes next. Scott has been with the base for over 2 months now. As a boy, he loved camping with his parents and friends. He'd explore the woods, go fishing. But the camping trip he's just been invited to isn't like the ones he used to go on. The list of things to bring contains some unusual items. Weapons, ammunition, and the same kind of camouflage. Flecktarn, worn by the German military. This is no ordinary camping trip. This is a hate camp, an extended training session to prepare members for the Boogaloo. Hand-to-hand combat, weapons drills, grappling. By now, Scott has attended a number of similar training sessions, but this one is different. It's longer, 3 to 4 days, and it's bigger, with base members coming in from around the country. Texas, Alabama, Michigan, Delaware. He's familiar with many of the men he'll be camping with. At least he knows most of their online pseudonyms. Can't Go Back, Ison, Punish Snake, Dima, Big Siege, Zoomnat. All from out of state. And of course he knows his fellow Georgia cell members, Helter Skelter and Pestilence, who vetted Scott back in August with the cell leader himself. TMB, the militant Buddhist. Everyone knows Scott by his code name, Pale Horse. When you're an undercover agent, some cliches are true. Scott has learned to expect the unexpected, yet he fails to expect what would happen at the Halloween hate camp.
I wake up to pounding on my window. Pale Horse, you gotta wake up, you gotta wake up. I'm like, what's up, man? What's going on? They're like, hey, you gotta get out here and see this. I've been doing undercover since 1996 at this point.
Damn!
And I have never been with a group of people where I had to burn Bibles, burn American flags. I damn sure wasn't part of a group that went out and stole a goat and we sacrificed it at a pagan ritual and drank its blood. And I did all that in 3 days with these guys.
After they decapitated the goat, the group comes together for a barbecue. They roast the goat over an open fire and have it for dinner. All of this, of course, while tripping balls. It's impossible to know what blossomed in their brains that night, what hallucinatory horrors they saw. If their drug-fueled fantasies were anything like their sober ones, then they dreamed of death and destruction, of killing Black Americans, Jews, anti-fascists, and communists, of the Boogaloo. Scott has become upsettingly familiar with these fantasies, and with the beliefs that produce them. Behind each pseudonym is a young man, and within each young man is a darkness. The militant Buddhist's real name is Luke Lane. If the Boogaloo requires it, he says he could kill his dad. Pestilence is Jacob Cotterly. He believes Hitler is still alive. Michael Helterbrand, aka
Bro, he would be like 130 years old. Use your fucking brain, my nigga.
Helter Skelter, says he'd have no problem killing a commie kid. Punish Snake, a former Canadian soldier who'd been doxxed by an undercover journalist, gets emotional talking about it, but he knows he'll have to kill his ex-fiancée when the Boogaloo kicks off.
What the
She's
fuck
half black.
is a Boogaloo?
Scott Payne records all of this, and as he earns their trust, he records more.
And we did more and more trainings through that Saturday, but by that Saturday night, we went back down to the holy site and had a bonfire. And that's where the American flags were burned. That's where holy Bibles were set on fire. And everybody's screaming, death to your, F your Jewish God, death to America. And when that training camp ended, that's when I advanced even more in them trusting me. And that's when TMB and Pestilence started bringing me in on murder plots that they had.
It's more than 2 months later, and Scott is back at TMB's farm, the 100-acre property where the Halloween hate camp took place. For the last few weeks, TMB has been talking about another camping trip, but he's been cagey. He doesn't want to share information via chat. Scott has convinced him to meet. He wants details. It turns out the camping trip isn't a camping trip. It's a hit job.
TMB creates a separate chat room called the camping trip. And when he was saying we're going on a camping trip, what he was saying is we're going to kill somebody.
Their target is an active Antifa couple in the Georgia area.
It was going to be me, TMB, Pestilence, and Helter Skelter. And we were all going to make entry into the house. TMB wanted me to go with him to kill everybody, while Helter Skelter would be covering out the window to make sure no cops were coming and stuff like that, or help. And then Pestilence was going to set the house on fire. But in the planning of everything, at one point, Helter Skelter says, hey, if you don't mind, I'd like to pop my cherry on this one. That confused me because it means something completely different to me. And I'm like, what do you mean? And he said, I would like to actually put a bullet in somebody's head as well.
Yo.
After casing the house, they begin the next phase of the murder plot, planning.
It was pretty extensive. Like, you go to a camping site, we leave everything digital, everything phones, everything there. We go scrub ourselves at a pay-by-the-hour motel. We tape our pants to our shoes, our gloves to our shirts, Vaseline on eyebrows and facial hair. See, this is all to avoid leaving DNA for law enforcement. At one point, TMB had done research, and he said that he read that the first time somebody kills somebody, they lose control of their bowels. So he was suggesting that we all wear adult diapers. I didn't tell him that I'd killed somebody before, but I told him I think I'm okay. I don't need any diapers. I was just as shocked when I got brought in on this murder plot as most people were. But while this is going on, the Baltimore cell, which is Can't Go Back and Eisen and Punish Snake, are planning to go to this Second Amendment gun rights rally in Virginia that they thought was going to be the kickoff of the Boogaloo and the D-Day, the race war.
What the fuck is that?
Their idea was they knew you're going to have a bunch of Second Amendment people there, militias, 3%ers. You're going to have cops. You're going to have protesters. What if you pop a couple of rounds into that crowd? Nobody know who's shooting at who, and everybody starts shooting each other. That could be the set-off.
Scott and his team know they have to stop him, and there's no time to lose. The Pro Firearms Rally is on January 20th, 2020, just a few months away. They jump into action. The next weeks are a flurry of activity, meeting, coordinating, and planning. Finally, the day of the bust arrives.
It's a Wednesday, and I'm in Rome, Georgia. I pick up Luke, who's TMB, to go to lunch. And we pull out, and as I'm driving down the road, I knew what my route.
Yo, nigga, the chest. Niggas talking like it's a snowball fight. On God, that's how we was thinking as kids. Though, I'm gonna fuck this nigga up with snowball. He's gonna think this nigga did it. Niggas gonna start throwing snowballs everywhere. We gonna be out of there, nigga. Oh fuck, man.
News was gonna be. I was gonna say something was wrong with the truck, but sure as you know what, the truck made some loud sound I've never heard. I didn't hit anything. Something just went, and I was like, "Did you hear that?" He's like, "Yeah," and I go, "Man, if my brake calipers are frozen again, I'm gonna be," because that did happen. So I took a left out of his neighborhood, pre-planned by the SWAT team, and I pull up tight to a fence. And as I go, "Hey, I'm gonna get out and check the truck." So I'm walking around the back of the truck. Another vehicle pulls up. He doesn't know who they are. I know who they are. They're part of the case team. And the guy says, "Hey man, you need any help with that?" And I look up and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe it's you. What are you doing in Rome, Georgia?" He goes, "What are you doing here?" I'm like, "Man, I haven't seen you." And as I'm doing that, there's the distraction. Here comes a Bearcat with a SWAT team over the hill, barreling down the hill. But Luke's looking at me, not at the car coming. And when that thing's coming, I jump in the back of the agent's truck and I'm like, go, go, go. And you could hear the SWAT team giving commands. And luckily, the arrest went down without an incident.
The next morning, SWAT teams arrested Eisen, Can't Go Back, and Punish Snake.
Essentially, we kind of tore down the base.
Luke Lane, aka TMB, was sentenced to 6 years in prison.
That's it?
Jacob Cotterly, Pestilence, got 13. William Bilbro, Eisen, 5. Patrick Matthews, Punish Snake, and Brian Lemley, Can't Go Back, 9 years. According to a recent Guardian article,
Tory Lanez got 10! What the fuck are we talking about, man?
the base is enjoying a resurgence. Its founder, Ronaldo Nazzaro, continues to live in St. Petersburg. Scott retired in June 2021. At his retirement ceremony, attended by friends, family, colleagues, and top FBI brass, June 30th was named Scott Payne Day.
Yo, bro, I'll be honest with you. I don't have the stomach. I don't have the stomach to sit there. Gang. Yo, respect to all my undercover niggas, though. I can't believe, they make this shit look, yo, Doppler, thank you for the resub. They make this look mad cool in the shows when you're watching Quantico and stuff like that. You be watching them, chat, what's that other one? They be, Homeland, bro, they have so many cool ass undercover shows. Yo, the life y'all have to live, the shit that y'all probably know. Fuck, man. Oh, man, that's a rough one to live, though. Yo, Fern, that's a fucking banger YouTube video. No cap. Wow. That don't even look... That just look depressing. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. In the shows, this shit look mad cool, but right there, that just look mad depressing, bro.